guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about several things that I have on the menu for tonight because there's just been a lot happening, and I feel like these multiple topic videos, some of y'all seem to enjoy them, so I figured I would do another one and we can talk about some of the absolute madness that is happening on social media. But nevertheless, I will put timestamps again down below if that's helpful to anyone. They are there, and otherwise, if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so at the top of this video, let's start out with the topic that is getting so much attention over on TikTok. So many people are upset. I am too. So I figured that we would start the video out with this. And, you know, I'm going to also insert some of their creators' opinions at the end of me sharing mine, because I think that a lot of people had a lot of really good things to say. And I think that, you know, everybody has a little bit of a different opinion. They can bring a little bit of a different set of circumstances to how they form their opinion. So that will be at the end of this segment. Well, let's start at the top. This is coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. It says the Memphis Police Department and the Department of Child Services have opened an investigation into photos of a child that are gaining attention on social media. Memphis Police Department says that their Internet Crimes Against Children task force is investigating the images, which showed a child at a salon waxing a nude woman. And as we will find out next, this was not a one-time thing. One time, once too many, but this happened multiple different times. The post also contained the caption, "She literally helped me wax 24 clients starting from 7:25 in the morning until 5 p.m. She made a total of $744, and I'm going to put that money towards whatever her future dreams and aspirations are." So I want to take a little bit of an intermission right here. 24 clients. That is 24 nude women that interacted with this child that should never have interacted with this child. Now, I don't get those services done, but I want to know from y'all, if you walked into a salon and that's what you were there for, and there was a very obvious minor child that was doing your services, what would you do? Because for me, I can confidently say that I would be up and out of there and I would go anywhere else before I would allow a child to interact with me on such an intimate level. That is weird. It is giving creepy. It is giving absolutely appalling and disgusting. A spokesperson for the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance says that they have received 86 complaints regarding the owner of this business since Thursday, but did not go into any detail about the complaints. "We went to the address associated with the business license and tried to call the owner, but nobody answered. We spoke with Valerie Yates, an esthetician at Pretty Girls Get Waxed in Memphis. She said she would never get something done at someone's home, and having an underage worker is out of the question." And that's the thing, aside from it being weird because it's a child, like, children should not be working. Children should not be working in something that they have no knowledge about. There are reasons that estheticians go to school for as long as they do. They go to school, they get certified. Most people want those services done by somebody who has gone through the proper training, the proper hygiene, the proper technique, the proper just overall everything that is encapsulated in waxing services. There could be burns that come out of that. There could be just bad waxing as a general statement. And as I said in the beginning, it is severely inappropriate to put a child in that situation. And for the adults to engage is extremely alarming to me. Why did none of them not even allow it to happen? This article continues and says that would not be safe, much less legal, so it would be not good. You don't know what people do in their house. Even if the house should be clean, you don't know if it is. You don't know who's comes in and out of the house while you're lying on the table. MPD asks that if you see those images, do not save them, forward them to law enforcement. Do not download the images or upload them in any way. All further complaints regarding the incident should be referred to the Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678, police said. Now, this has also resulted in an investigation, specifically with CPS and this mother-daughter duo. Outside of the business aspect of it, it is just, for me, it's beyond scary that you will put your child in that situation and think that it's something that you're going to brag about. I just think that the whole thing is heartbreaking. And things like this, kids do not, I think some people have this idea that, oh, well, the child will forget about this by the time they're X years old or whatever. I don't necessarily agree with that very much at all, because these are the types of situations that stay with kids their whole lives. Children are so much more resilient than what adults give them credit for, and I've said that hundreds of times on my channel. And these are those situations that kids are going to remember, and kids are much more in tune with things that are wrong are actually wrong. And they keep it in their memory, and unfortunately, it creates a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, and we know how the rest of the story goes. So I will keep tabs on that situation, but as of right now, it's not only being looked into by the Memphis police, but also in between the mother and the child with Child Protective Services.
So you let your daughter wax a bunch of strangers' vaginas? It's crazy how many things people would actually get away with, how many things that could be deemed crimes that people could get away with if they didn't feel the need to post about it on the internet, because a lot of people got this mentality of, well, if I didn't post it, it didn't happen. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a bunch of crimes going on. Your daughter worked a typical 9-to-5 shift. Ain't that breaking child labor laws if she's 5 years old? And also you're getting a child to perform services on people's private areas. Does that not sound like exploitation of a minor? Now, if somebody called them people and you go one way and your daughter go another way, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself, because you did that. Because y'all always got to prove something and get some sort of validation from the internet. But your ass gonna end up locked up. And to the people who think that it would have been different if it was her doing it to a man or if it was a little boy, no, it wouldn't. It's all the same. You just want it to be different, but it's all the same.
So the Memphis esthetician is finally being investigated by the Memphis Police Department and Child Protective Services because she allowed her 7-year-old daughter to perform Brazilian waxes on 24 women. I have questions, and I also have a couple of theories, but just let me know what you think. I want to know, Jasmine, how long has your daughter been waxing? Because I don't think this is her first time. And then I was watching a couple of other videos about this. People were actually in the comments saying that they didn't understand what the problem was, why everyone was in an uproar about this. It was just a girl waxing a woman. Y'all have the same anatomy. It's not like it was a man who can be a predator and a woman can't be a predator. Now, here's my theory. I think, and I don't know these people from the bird outside, even though the bird outside is probably safer to know than Jasmine right now. I think that this little girl has been waxing for a while, whatever you want a while to be. If she would have made that post, she would have got caught up, but it would have been way down the line, and it probably would have been a little bit too late, if you know what I mean. I feel like that she's been waxing for a while, and she's gotten to the point where she can wax 24 people in one day. Was proud. I don't know why, but she was proud. And instead of the post getting a positive effect, it got a really concerned negative effect.
I want to move on real quick to our girl, Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa recently moved to Atlanta, and she had the gall, the audacity to complain about the cost of living and everything is just so difficult, utilities and bills and rent, and oh my God, this is coming from somebody who is a multi-millionaire. So I will play the video, but I want to know how y'all feel about this. Like, do you have even an ounce of sorrow for JoJo? Me personally, I don't feel bad for her. And I think that it's a really bad look in this economy where people are having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to literally pay rent. And that doesn't even cover how am I going to pay my family? How am I going to pay my car payment, car insurance? So I get that, you know, being young and being out on your quote own is, I'm sure, a lot to unpack, but at the same time, let's be honest, when you have money and you have access to an unlimited amount of funds, me personally, I think that takes a lot of the stress factor off of moving into your own place. So Jojo, have a seat. I'm over you, and a lot of other people are as well.
Jojo Siwa has moved out of that big mansion that she was living in with her family. She's moved to Atlanta and is living on her own, and she's opened up about how hard it is to live on your own and move out and get everything all right as she's finally experiencing adulthood for like the first time ever.
In the last like 4 or 5 days, I've learned so much about leases and renter's insurance and utilities, and it's crazy. Being an adult's whack. Like, I mean, I guess I've been an adult, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. It's just, there's so much to it. Don't grow up.
This ended up getting re-uploaded on TikTok of Jojo saying this, and tons of people were commenting like, welcome to the world, Jojo. Like, you're finally seeing how hard it is to be out here. But as for the reason why Jojo moved to Atlanta, it's because she is going to be a judge on So You Think You Can Dance this next season. They're filming in Atlanta. She can't be in LA. So she's moved for the time being.
I want to hit on Scarlett and Tiania really quick, the mother and daughter duo. I have done other videos about this mother-daughter duo before. I will link down below in case y'all are interested. But they recently flew to have her hair braided. And of course, everything has to be content. So, you know, they made content along the entire trip. But the part that really bothered me was she was allowing her kid to dance in the airport and she was filming strangers in the background. For the love of God, can these influencers, just for a short little period of time, stop filming strangers in public places? And I've said before, I'm a little, you know, I try to be fair on both sides. I understand that people are doing social media. You want to make content when you're not in your normal setting. But at the same time, have a little bit of human decency. Not that I expect that, because she is a child exploiter who is relevant only because of her daughter and the weird people that are parasocially attached to her kid. But don't film strangers in the airport. You can see this one guy in the background of one of these airport terminal dancing videos, and, you know, that sucks. Like, he didn't ask to be on your daughter's TikTok. He could be traveling to do something really heartbreaking, like go to a funeral of his parent, or maybe he's trying to unwind and just screw off. I cannot stand the filming strangers in public. I've talked about it before, but I thought that was quite obnoxious. I want to hit on Miss Gypsy Rose for just a quick second. This does not deserve its very own video. Number one, she's losing followers. She's down to 8 million on Instagram, and I think at her peak she had hit 8.2. So that goes with the, you know, common thing that we're kind of seeing, where people are just kind of over it, and they're choosing to no longer make her have over 8 million followers on Instagram by unfollowing. Her comments are still off, but I want to talk about what her idea of being an advocate looks like. She posted a couple screenshots here. Resources for families and frontline professionals dealing with Munchausen by proxy. And it's, you know, a screenshot from a very generic website. If you click on it, she basically added the caption, "To learn more about Munchausen syndrome by proxy, please visit munchausensupport.com." And she posts the phone number for the Center of Missing and Exploited Children cyber tip line. And she hashtags it her own name and her reality show from her Lifetime special that she was handed. This is embarrassing. Miss Gypsy Rose and her PR team need to pull it together and quickly, because sharing something like this is not... Like, this is not even remotely close to what being an advocate looks like. In fact, it makes her look even worse, because in the hashtag and the caption, she is posting her own reality show and her own name. The whole thing, I'm just kind of over Gypsy Rose at the moment, but I wanted to take a couple seconds just to share that as an update. I will continue to keep tabs on what's going on, because as long as she is posting on a public social media platform, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, it's up for public discussion. And I think this is a whole sham. Allegedly, in my opinion. Two more things I want to talk about in this video. I want to introduce you guys to Michelle, who goes by Local Lesbian on TikTok. And let me check her follower count. She has 1.6 million followers on TikTok, a very sizable audience, a very loyal, fierce audience, might I add. And I like a lot of her takes. I think that she's decent content creator. You know, most of her opinions fall in line with mine as far as like things that are happening on social media or just overall opinions. This is another content creator that I've been really let down by. She posted this video the other day where she was visiting her grandfather, who is 90 or above. And he suffers with dementia, very similar to Mick from Lisa and Mick that I've done recent videos on. And when she first opened up the video and said, you know, this is the issue that is facing me right now, blah, 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 I said, okay, well, you know, maybe she's just going to ask followers for some help and guidance on how she can get through this situation. Then she brings her phone and starts filming, not only in the facility that he is in, but in his room. So, you know, I struggle with this because, not to bring it back to me, you know, everybody loves to, oh, you make it about yourself. Listen, when things that I'm covering, I've gone through in some fashion, I'm going to let you guys know, like, I've been a caretaker for a grandparent before, but I can say that not once did I ever think, let me film this, let me take a picture of this, let me do anything outside of be 100% present in this moment and rely on the medical professionals to help guide me through this. I think that is the part where I really struggle, because it's like social media has taken over in so many different manners where it's like, you really feel okay filming inside of your grandparents' medical facility that they are residing in, sharing it to TikTok. I understand wanting to present a series of, you know, emotions or a difficult situation that you're going through. Totally understand that. But as soon as I saw that she filmed inside the facility, I automatically just, any amount of understanding that I had went out the window. But I want to know how y'all feel about this. Am I overreacting? Is it sometimes okay to film these types of situations and I'm just not being understanding? Or can they be described without filming inside the facility that your loved one is living in? I want to hear from y'all down below.
It is 12:30 in the morning and I'm headed out to my grandfather's long-term care facility because his nurse just called me and said that he's being extremely violent. He's hitting, spitting, kicking, destroyed his room. He has dementia. He has sundown. Let's go see if I can calm him down. I did just make a pit stop at Taco Bell because this is something that his mind remembers, the chalupas. So shout out to Taco Bell for staying open so late. I got him a large Pepsi, so we should be happy. They have talked to you about it, but again, I know you're not a fan of me saying this because it's hard to understand, but you might not remember because of your dementia. You know what I mean? Talk to you about the things too, but they call me as well. So everything that they talk to you about
this thing?
Yes. But it's because with your urinary tract infection and there being E. coli in it, the E. coli that's in there is very contagious, and that's why they have you quarantined to your room for these 10 days. Okay, so let's say that they didn't tell you that. Let's say that they didn't tell you, but now, like, I'm here telling you, you know, that you got to just wait for that antibiotic to run its course, and hopefully it'll take care of that UTI and the E. coli. I know, bro. I know. I'm impressed, sir. Not only eat the chalupa, and you're gonna eat a whole taco too? Impressive. 3 down. I could only eat 2. Yeah. This is a pinky promise. You know what this means? No. Okay, this means that you can't be mean to your nurses, okay? No. Okay.
Lastly, we need to talk about Miss Adrielle Sigler. I haven't talked about her in a while, but she is a TikTok troll. She is a full-time troll, constantly causing mess and heartache for the people in her town, her own family, specifically her own grandmother. I will link the other videos that I've done on her down below, constantly filming people without their consent and having a hissy fit when she is called out on it. Making herself popular and famous when she is only popular because she's obnoxious and people can't stand her. But she recently applied for the Amazon affiliate program and was denied. She claims that she was denied within 30 seconds. I don't know if I necessarily believe that because I don't believe anything the girl says, okay? But if she was denied in 30 seconds, maybe Amazon has a blacklist and her email address is associated with that blacklist. You don't know what they could have on the back end to flag these really toxic and problematic creators from being even passed on to the review process of becoming an affiliate with Amazon. I know a lot of really small creators that are Amazon affiliates, and that is what works for them, and that's great. But Adrielle does not deserve to be an affiliate with any brand, in my opinion.
Will someone show this video to Jeff Bezos and tell him that I just applied for the Amazon influencer program and got denied? You need at least 20,000 followers on social media. I have 500,000. This is a program where influencers create a list to promote products that they recommend on Amazon to earn a commission. I want to be a member of this program so I can put my affiliate link in my bio on TikTok so that when you ask me, Adrielle, what vegan leave-in conditioner do you use? Adrielle, what's that alkaline water you drink? Adrielle, what makeup do you use? Adrielle, what are those vegan supplements called that you take again? Instead of answering repeatedly to hundreds of people, I would rather just say, hey, everything I use, you can find at the link in my bio, purchase it at a discounted rate when you enter my code, and then I earn a commission based upon sales. But they denied me! They denied me! And Jeff Bezos needs to know about this because that's a fluke. There's absolutely no reason I should have been denied. And would you like to know how good I am at advertising, sales, and marketing, promoting products on TikTok? I bet you anything Jeff Bezos himself will see this video. And I suggest you email me and fix this error at adriellecollab@gmail.com. Absolutely ridiculous I would be denied. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'll let the internet do their thing and forward this video to Jeff. Thanks. My name is Adrielle Sigler. Like and follow. I better be approved for this program by next month. Ridiculous. Ridiculous!
So Adrielle is a great example of, you know, what you put out into this world, even if it is all on social media, expect to get that back tenfold, and I applaud Amazon. So for once in my life, I'm going to say go Amazon, and I am so glad that they kicked her ass off the affiliate possible, you know, list. I don't think the girl deserves to be affiliated with anybody except the dumpster fire that is her little platform. I will get back to making more separated videos on different topics, but I feel like right now, especially, like I have a long weekend and a lot of other stuff going on, I figured it, you know, it would work, and y'all seem to like it, to do multiple topics in a single video, and they're also a little longer, which y'all also seem to like, so hopefully it works for everyone involved. But I'm gonna sign off. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.